What's up, boys? Taking a look at some more MLB player props today over on PrizePicks. July 1st, brand new day, first day of the month. We've been on a huge run over on the Patreon so far this season, especially in the last 3 days. I'm pulling this up right now, but if you guys are interested in joining the Patreon, today is the best day because it is July 1st. I've already had a couple of members already join. I had people join at like 3 in the morning last night. So if you guys are interested in joining, today is the best day. The link is in my description. You guys get all my plays, all my research, entire breakdowns. I am 16-3 in my last 3 days. So 16-3 is a pretty freaking good. Plus 9.13 units. And by the way, we were also 3-1 yesterday. Shorter day, short slate. Only had 4 plays up yesterday, but the only loss was a half a unit play. All the other plays were 1 unit. So I'm loving how we've been doing over there on the Patreon. If you guys are interested in joining, the link is in my description. It's cheaper than some other guys too. It's $11.99 a month. If you guys are interested, I believe it's like less than 40 cents a day. So if you guys are interested in joining, the link is in the description. If you guys are on PrizePicks, you guys are definitely missing out. 100% deposit match up to $100 when you guys use my code DOMG. And if you guys are on PrizePicks, there's so much different stuff to choose from. So much value on this board. Like, I mean, for real, they have hot dog eating contests on here. Like, there's so many crazy stuff. What other player prop website out there has this? It's MLB Live right here. So you can guess the amount of strikeouts Rich Hill will have between innings 1 and 2, and if we'll have over 1.5 strikeouts. Or you guys can go ahead and do WNBA. You can do MLB with just so many different player prop options out here. So definitely go ahead and join. Link is in my description. Again, for PrizePicks, use code DOMG. But Patreon link down in the description below. Also, the PrizePicks link is in the description below as well. Let's go ahead and move on and talk about the other player props in today's video. Actually, by the way, yesterday was technically 5-1 as well, if you do count that odd discrepancies. So that I did end up posting on the Patreon. Patreon got it first. Should have been able to lock it in. But anyways, let's go ahead and hop in and talk about these player props here. Also, give me a follow over on Twitter, DOMG Props, if you guys want a little bit more. Sometimes I do surprise posts over there and give some more stuff. But let's hop in and talk about these player props here. Sorry for the really long intro. It's the first of the month. Had a lot to get off my chest. Let's go ahead, though, and hop in. Okay, so the first prop here is going to be a hits allowed prop. This one is an odd discrepancy here. It's going to be Miles Mikolas over 5 strikeouts here. I'm not saying this will hit, but I am saying that there is a lot of value on the board, and I personally am playing this prop. Always tail everything at your own risk. Always look into these more on your own. Seriously, don't just tail some random guy off of YouTube. Look into these a little bit more on your own. Do your own research, all that different stuff. So I'm just showing you guys what I like, and I'm just showing you guys what I personally am playing. Miles Mikolas here over 5 hits allowed. Going against the Phillies today here at 6:05 tonight. Let's take a look into this prop here. He's a minus 145 to go over 5.5 hits allowed. So again, it's an odd discrepancy. He's bumped down to 5 on PrizePicks. Like I said, tons of value on this PrizePicks board. So Philadelphia has allowed 7 out of the last 10 starting pitchers to go over this. And also the over-under for this game is 9.5, I do believe. I will go ahead and take a look into that one in a second. Although Mikolas is pretty good at limiting hits, he's only went over this 5 out of 15 games this season. So we'll take a look into this one. So this game here is going to go ahead and be at 6:05 tonight. Like I said, 9.5 run over-under here. St. Louis is favored. So yeah, not bad. 9.5 over-under is pretty much what we're going to like if we want some, hits allowed. So looking for this here. 5.5 on other sites, down to 5 on PrizePicks. But here's what we got, man. So he's on the road going to Philadelphia. It's also usually pretty good when a pitcher is on the road here. But this is what we got going on, man. So this is about Miles Mikolas. I think I said Mikolas in the beginning. I like saying Mikolas for some reason. I believe it's Mikolas. But anyways, 4 hits, 1, 3, 8, 9. So you can see he's pretty good at limiting hits, but he's going against a really, really tough offense. Milwaukee, Pittsburgh, and the Rays really have bad hitting offenses. I mean, 3 hits, 1 hits, 4 hits. The Cubs are definitely a better one right here, but you guys can see even 9 hits and 8 hits before against Milwaukee and Chicago. Mets, very, very good offense, 7 hits on them. Although Toronto is a pretty good offense as well. They had 4 hits. But anyways, starting pitchers, game log versus the Phillies. This is how the Phillies have been, man. 7 hits and 2 innings on Ian Anderson right there. We took him under his pitching outs, and that friggin' smacked. 3 hits, though, against Kyle Wright. 7 against Morton and Darvish. So, I mean, even a guy like Darvish is going over this here with 7 hits allowed. Snell, 6 hits right there. Musgrove, 7. So there's a lot of good opportunities here. The Phillies have been getting it done, so I'm liking the spot here for Mikolas to go ahead and go over his hits allowed here against the Phillies today. A little bit of an odd discrepancy there for you guys. Tail at your own risk as always. But let's go ahead, though, and hop into the last player prop here. This is going to be half a unit. So if you guys don't know what half a unit is, pretty much how I measure my units is if I usually play, let's say I make $50 entries. So say I like, for example, Hill and Sampson over these right here, and I usually play at $50 a piece, I'd cut that in half. That's what half a unit is, at least that's how I measure it. So cut that in half down to 25 for the entry. But MLB Live here, it's just up to you guys though. I'm not telling you guys how to play or what to play or anything like that. But Chris Bassitt here, I like him to go over 2 strikeouts between innings 1 and 2. There's going to be MLB Live play here. Right here, it's going to be MLB Live here, 7:10 tonight, half a unit again here. Okay, so he has a -156 to go over 5.5 full game strikeouts. He's 8. Actually, let's take a look into this one here. So Bassitt here, let's take a look at everything before I talk about all that different stuff. But 7:10 tonight, let's go and take a look at this game. So 7:10, this game is right here. So Texas going to the Mets. So he is at home, which should be an added bonus. The over-under is 9 runs, so they are expecting a lot of runs to be scored. Although I don't really care too much about that because he definitely shouldn't be getting pulled within the first 2 innings. So I'm not really worried about the over-run or anything like that. But they are expecting some hits, which is not the worst thing in the world because, there's going to be 6 outs. You just need him to get 3 of those outs to be strikeouts here and 2 for the push. But he's at home here against the Texas Rangers. The Texas Rangers, they rank 12th in K percentage versus right-handed pitchers so far this season. But anyways, 8 out of the last 10. So 8 out of his last 10 games, he has at least pushed this. The only time he's gone under is against Milwaukee and St. Louis. St. Louis is a tough matchup. Milwaukee, not so much when it comes to strikeouts, but he was able to go ahead and push the second time against Miami. Went over that time against Miami. He went over against the Padres, the Dodgers, and the Phillies. Pushed against the Giants. Like I said, he went under against the Cardinals right here. And then Seattle and Philadelphia here, he went over against Seattle right there. But those are a couple of his recent games. 8 out of 10, he has at least pushed this. This is how starting pitchers have been against the Rangers lately before the third. So if you guys want to take a look into the MLB player props, by the way, when it comes to MLB Live like this, you can just go to Statmuse and type in pitcher game log versus Rangers before the third. It'll show you the first 2 innings of how starting pitchers have been against this team. Or you can go ahead and type in like Bassitt game log before the third and take a look at what he's done in the first 2 innings. That's what I've been doing, and it's been working pretty well for me when I'm researching. But anyway, 6 out of the last 10 here have at least pushed this against the Rangers. So, and these guys are just not even on. They're not on Bassitt's level at all. I mean, Drew Hutchinson, really. Then you got Wheeler, who's obviously a little bit better than Bassitt, for sure. Josiah Gray, probably kind of close to his level. They're usually around the same line. I think he's 5.5 today. Bassitt is 6 on PrizePicks. But I'm liking the spot a lot, though, for Bassitt here. I think he can definitely get at least 2 strikeouts for sure against the Texas Rangers today, who again rank 12th in K percentage. But always, man, tailor at your guys' own risk. Look into these more on your own. But I seriously do appreciate you guys watching this video. If you guys are new, make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I seriously would appreciate it. Turn on those post notifications as well so you guys can get in before some of these lines move. If you guys want more of my research, all of my plays, the link is in my description. Over to the Patreon. It's $11.99 a month if you guys are interested. A little bit less than some of the other guys out there, but that is pretty much going to do it, man. I appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you guys in the very next video. Peace out, boys. Best luck tonight.